Hi, it's Jennifer Hollick of the World War II Research and Writing Center and also of Finding the Answers Journey. And Finding the Answers Journey is something new that I am creating alongside of my business that will help people explore their family stories, their military stories, and their own story. It will be done in a way that nobody else is doing in any of these communities. And that kind of leads me into a bit of discussion on transformation. And I talk to a lot of people in business who feel a little bit stuck. They feel that the industry that they're in has certain people that are allowed to hit the glass ceiling or even go beyond it, and everybody else is kind of stuck underneath that. Only certain people are allowed to be experts, or only certain people are allowed to do whatever. And there's almost a sense that other people can't contribute. And we see this everywhere, and not only in work, but in other groups that we're involved in. And a lot of people that I'm talking to are expressing some form of words or energy that they want something different, they want something more, but they don't quite know how to get there. And one of the things that has always served me as my business has evolved in the last 8 years is to follow the energy and go with what makes me happy. And also for me, doing what nobody else has been doing, because there is a need for that. It's just whether or not we have the courage to go and be that completely different person and take the judgment that people are going to throw at us because we are who we are. And some people require that. But when I started my own business 8 years ago, I was all genealogy. That was all I did. That was all I was interested in. And then once I started writing the books and exploring the lives of my military ancestors, I realized that was an untapped area, and there were a lot of things I could do with that. So my business transformed from genealogy to primarily World War I, World War II, and now a little bit of Korean War research. But when we talk about transformation in business, I think we should also be looking at transforming in our personal lives. At the point in time when my business began moving very quickly from genealogy to military history was also a time when I was starting over in my life. And as many of you know, if you followed me for any length of time, you know that I channel the dead and I'm very connected and I feel the energies. I'm aware of a lot of things that I don't talk about. But my great-grandpa Joe showed up very early on in all of this process and basically told me, if you create this whole new area, if you write and do a lot of writing and not just about the military guys, but your own stuff, you're going to come out of this whole period that you're going through as a different person and a better person. And it's not going to be as traumatic as it could be otherwise. He also said, you know, you've held a lot of things in for many years, you've not said a lot of things, and now if you write and you create, it's going to come out in a constructive way. So basically, instead of becoming a menace to society, I will create and contribute instead, which is a nice way of what he was trying to say. So I did that. And over the last couple of years, since I started living in Europe part of the time, I've been undergoing a different kind of transition with my business and my personal life. And now that it's summertime and so many things are changing and so many things are again showing up like that's not fun, or maybe I should follow the energy here or there or do something different, that this whole other piece of my business is finally ready to be born and to really be out in the world, this Finding the Answers journey. And that doesn't mean that I'm stopping the rest of my business, because I'm not. This is going to be alongside it, and for those research clients who will benefit from these other services and facilitation and helping them do some different kind of writing and looking at their stories, their life, their families. It will also be for other people who aren't interested in doing their family or military research. So I guess today I would like to leave you with, as you are looking at your business or your life, your relationships, how things have transformed from one point of time to another, and the things that you're going through, you know, what if the work that you're doing can also make massive changes in your personal life and your relationships too, or your life overall? I think if we follow the energy and we trust what's showing up and we're willing to let some things go and receive the judgment that's going to show up because we're being who we're supposed to be in this world, what else is possible and what can we create and how much happier can we be? Had I not followed the energy several years ago when I started the military work, and had I not started traveling in Europe, I would not be sitting here in Nardavesting in a more moated star-shaped village. You can Google it. You see how beautiful it is from above on this gorgeous day with people gliding by in the river and the moat and the birds singing, and I'm up on this hillside. So I encourage you to look at the transformation in your life. Look at where you can be more of you. Look at where you can say, you know what, I've had enough of whatever community I'm in telling me what I can't be, and choosing for something different, something that will make you happy and contribute to a lot of people. So if you are making changes, I would love to hear what they are. And if you are interested in something that will possibly create a lot of change for you, Lisa Alzo and I have created a Finding the Answers Journey cruise for next year. It's a 7-night European rivers and castles cruise that starts in Nuremberg, Germany and ends in Remich, Luxembourg, if I could get the words out. And prior to this, we'll be having a virtual conference that anyone can attend. We'll be talking about genealogy, a lot about writing, looking at those stories, how we can create them in new ways, looking at some military history, and then for the people that choose to cruise with us, we have some other things lined up for you on the cruise and after the cruise. All of the details will be coming out in July, and cabins are already able to be booked, and the information is on findingtheanswersjourney.com. And we'll be putting more out there as the next few months progress, and we hope you consider joining us, because this will be an experience like none other. And I feel very confident that it will change your life. So I'd love to hear from you and how you're changing and what's transforming in your world. Have a great day.